Well, hey everybody, how you doing today? Welcome to the Sunday Brunchstream. This morning, I'll be playing 4 songs by the Delmore Brothers, a pretty important brother duo, fabulous guitar players and singers, very influential band in the pre-bluegrass era, and their success continued long after that. There's Mr. JM. Hey there. Hey Trish. Hey Dave. Tony. Everybody's on board here. Welcome. Good to have you here. Around these parts, it's pretty nice to see that big piles of snow are gradually melting down to ugly, gray, small piles of snow. So after that long cold snap we had and all that snow we got, we seem to be getting an El Nino-based early spring. So that's a wonderful thing. Seems like Texas is getting back to normal. I will not be giving away any tips I get today because there seemed to be a dramatic drop-off in interest in donating to the Texas cause. But by all means, if you haven't done it, go to Austin Mutual Aid's GoFundMe page and donate away. But I would say in total, we'll have sent around $300 their way, so that's good. Also, I booked an outdoor gig in May here in Milwaukee, May 15th, I believe, at a place called Kohansky's, old polka bar here that was purchased, in recent years by a younger guy, and he has groovy music there all the time. But they have a big patio, so I'll be able to play outdoors. Hopefully it won't be too cold in May and my fingers won't freeze all up, but actual gig, something to look forward to. I'm excited about that. Let's see here. Gotta get my first lyrics up on the screen here. I had this all plotted out and it seems to all be in the wrong order now, but one of the things I struggle with these things is I've got this camera that I'm looking at right here, and there's nowhere to place the lyrics that I can use the lyric sheets and still be looking directly at the camera. So I feel like it looks weird when I'm looking down, but I'm playing around with it again on my computer screen rather than printing out physical sheets and having them on a music stand somewhere in the distance, because then I have to reach out and change sheets. I don't know. When you're part of a big dollar professional production like this, you worry about such things. I've also got some in-person gigs with the Waco Brothers coming up in March. Unfortunately, they're all sold out, but playing at a place called the G-Man in Chicago, formerly the Ginger Man, anyway, the capacity is 33. That's the COVID-safe capacity for the venue. And so what started out as what was supposed to be a single show that was kind of like a tribute to Joe Camarillo ended up being 4 shows, all of which sold out rather quickly. But it'll be interesting to see. Those are indoors. It'll be interesting to see how that all works out. Oh, Trish and Barry got tickets. Good. And JM, we're gonna see you there, whether you bought tickets or not, because you're gonna be our official roadie or mascot or something. But so yeah, live music. It's gonna just slowly creep back, I think, and that's pretty exciting. All right, Delmore Brothers. I was lazy and did not do a whole lot of research about the history of these guys, so I don't have any interesting tidbits to tell you about their lives and career, but maybe it's better that way. This is called the Kansas City Blues, and seems to consider Kansas City the West. So I don't know. I think people in Kansas City think of themselves as the Midwest, not the West. But maybe things were different in the 20s when this was recorded. This was their very first single. Well, I rode the train from the state of Maine to the land of Tennessee. But the sunny West is always best, and it's always calling me. I got the Kansas City blues, just as blue as I can be. For the harvest moon is calling me to the land from which I roamed. I got the Kansas City blues, 'cause the world's gone back on me. So I'm headed west, gonna do my best to make my way back home. Well, there's my door by the ferry boat since I got my feet a ride. Though the way is long, I'm singing a song and it makes my burden light. I got the Kansas City blues, just as blue as I can be. For the harvest moon is calling me to the land from which I roamed. I got the Kansas City blues, 'cause the world's gone back on me. So I'm headed west, gonna do my best to make my way back home. Well, I can almost cry about the days gone by since I left my Kansas home. Going back to the dear old shack and the mother I left alone. I got the Kansas City blues, just as blue as I can be. For the harvest moon is calling me to the land from which I roamed. I got the Kansas City blues, 'cause the world's gone back on me. So I'm headed west, gonna do my best to make my way back home. All right, the Kansas City Blues. Like a lot of artists in this era, the Delmore Brothers seem to vacillate between kind of stuff they learned from African American blues artists and more Appalachian sounding tunes, which they also probably learned from African American artists. All right. This next one is of the touching, poor orphan girl variety, but I actually really like this. I mean, I guess this is what conservatives would call class warfare these days. But it's called The Frozen Girl. The notes on the YouTube video that I used to gather the actual like chord progression and everything from it was said that Riley Puckett had recorded this earlier, but I couldn't find the Riley Puckett recording on YouTube. I'm sure I could find it if I bought a Riley Puckett record, but The Frozen Girl. No home, played a little girl at the door of a rich man's home. As she trembling stood on a polished step and leaned on a marble wall. Her clothes were thin and her feet were bare, but the snow had covered her head. Oh, give me a home, she feebly said, a home and a bit of bread. My father I never knew, through the tears in her eyes so bright. My mother, she sleeps in a new-made bed, an orphan that begs tonight. The night was dark and a wild storm blew, but the rich man shut his door. With a frowning face he scornfully said, go home and rest on the floor. The snow fell fast and she shrank on the steps as she strove to wrap up her feet. And her tattered dress so covered in snow and sleet. The rich man slept on his velvet couch and dreamed of silver and gold. But the little girl on the bed of snow, she murmured, so cold, so cold. The hours rolled on and the midnight dawn rolled on like a funeral bell. The earth seemed wrapped in a winding sheet, and the dropping snow still fell. The storm rolled on and the little girl still lay at the rich man's door. But her soul has gone to a home above, where there's room and bread for the poor. Last couple stanzas of that I think are really cool. The hours rolled on and the midnight dawn rolled on like a funeral bell. The earth seemed wrapped in a winding sheet and the dropping snow still fell. It sounds like something like that, you know, Rennie from the Handsome Family could have written, except for the little bit of clumsiness in using rolled on twice in the same stanza. The storm roared on, and the little girl still lay at the rich man's door. But her soul has gone to a home above, where there's room and bread for the poor. Good stuff. That written by hillbillies, as they were called back then, and people that probably ended up conservatives now. But okay, what's next? This song, I couldn't even find the Delmore Brothers version of it, but I found a Louvin Brothers version of it, and apparently Charlie and Ira recorded a tribute to the Delmore Brothers, which I now have to find because the this track sounds so good, and it's just Charlie and Ira. There's no band like there is on the sort of classic Capitol sides that have the jazzy guitar and drums and stuff on certain tracks. But all right, this is called Weary Lonesome Blues. I got them weary, lonesome blues, feeling lonesome, about to cry. I turn my back on my true love, can't tell the day from night. I'm going down and catch a train, never coming back again. I got them weary, lonesome blues, gonna ride them all away. I got them weary, lonesome blues. I found out that love don't pay. The only one that I did love has gone the other way. I can't smile as I used to, 'cause her love has proved untrue. I got them weary, lonesome blues, and I don't know what to do. I got them weary, lonesome blues, gonna pack my grip and go. I hate to turn my back on you, for you know I love you so. But you will never love me, dear, so I'm drifting away from here. I got them weary, lonesome blues, away when I am here. Yeah, I got the weary, lonesome blues, I'm in the way when I am here. The weary, lonesome blues. So yeah, I'm playing electric again today, and most of these songs would probably be more appropriate on the acoustic. But I bought a new amplifier. I've been on a multi-year search for the ultimate small gigging amplifier. And I bought this Trainer from the 1970s. Sounds beautiful, which I'm sure isn't coming through so much on this format we all listen to, but I'm really pleased with it, and I think I've finally found an amp I can hang on to for a number of years. All right, one more Delmore Brothers, and this is one of their absolute classics. I don't think they wrote it. It's probably a traditional, but it's called Brown's Ferry Blues, and lots of country, bluegrass folk have covered it. There's probably actual African-American blues versions of it. It's just become kind of a standard. They take credit for writing it, but as with a lot of this stuff I've been discovering, they probably didn't. There's this is a song that Doc Watson did very frequently in his career and is kind of famous for too. I shouldn't point that out because you'll go and look at it and realize what a lousy guitar player I am, but pretty much everybody's a lousy guitar player compared to Doc Watson, so there's that. All right. Brown's Ferry Blues. Hard luck, Papa can't stand his ground. It was good, Papa, but done gone down. Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. Hard luck, Papa, standing in the rain. If the world was corn, he couldn't buy grain. Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. Two old maids playing in the sand, each one wishing that the other was a man. Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. Two old maids done lost their style. If you want to be lucky, you've got to smile. Well, Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. Hard luck, Papa, counting his toes. You can swell his feet wherever he goes. Well, Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. Hard luck, Papa can't do his stuff. The trouble with him, he's been too rough. Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. Early to bed, early to rise, and your girl goes out with other guys. Well, Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. If you don't believe it, try it for yourself. I tried it, but I got left, and Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. One more. Well, I got a girl from the Cumberland Gap. She's got a boy who calls me Pap. Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. Now I don't smoke and I don't chew and I don't go with girls that do. And Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. Say the Lord, Lord, got them Brown's Ferry Blues. Yeah, picking and grinning. Let's see here. Now I got my George Jones song to do here. That's it for the Delmore Brothers. They did somewhere down the line. I may do a show with some of their later tunes because they have another absolute stone classic called Blues Stay Away From Me, but that was in the late 40s, and it was more their a period where they weren't doing this original sort of string band sounding stuff. So I've been exploring the earlier stuff. So next in the chronological series of George Jones singles is a song called "You Gotta Be My Baby." The word baby is repeated and featured prominently in the song. This is a pretty lively, upbeat number and a pretty fun one on record. The original Starday single is pretty awesome. You Gotta Be My Baby. Oh, you said you was my baby, now I know that you're my baby, but it seems to me you've got a roving eye. If you wanna be my baby, then you gotta be my baby. You can't keep your finger in two different pies. I remember how you pleaded when you told me that you needed that loving I believed without a doubt. So if you wanna be my baby, then you gotta be my baby. You gotta leave them kissing cousins out. Oh, and you're high-stepping, I'm a crawling low. I get suspicious and I'm gonna tell you so. If you're gonna be my baby, then you gotta be my baby and be nobody's baby but mine. Now I heard there was another, so I went and asked your mother if anyone hung around besides me. She gave me no satisfaction, so I can't take no action, but I think I'll just hang around and see. If you wanna be my baby, then you gotta be my baby, and you gotta come to me and tell me so. If you're gonna be my baby, then you gotta be my baby. I'm tired of waiting around, so let me know. Oh, and you're high-stepping, I'm a crawling low. I get suspicious and I'm gonna tell you so. If you're gonna be my baby, you gotta be my baby and be nobody's baby but mine. If you can envision in your head fiddles and piano and pedal steel on that and stuff, you can imagine how great that single sounds. So George Jones, he wrote that one. He's got sole writing credit on that one. There's one lyrical line that I love in that is, when you're high stepping, I'm crawling low. That's a good one. I may have to steal that one. All right. I'm going to play a couple of mine before we end our day today, and this is one I haven't recorded yet, but I have played it a number of times on my show, but there's only so much material I have, so you're going to hear repeats, obviously. And this I hope to record soon once it's safe to get in a small room with very little ventilation, as recording studios tend to be. So that's kind of out of the question at the moment. But it's called "Blowing My Top," and I need to record this with a full-on country-sounding band. It's kind of a Waylon-inspired thing. All right. I think I'm blowing my top, and it's my own damn fault. I've been sold a bill of goods. Now I'm out here in the woods. I think I'm blowing my top, and I'm trying to dodge the shots. All the poison aimed at me comes from my own worst enemy. Now I don't take to being told what I don't want to hear, and I won't deny that I take pride in turning a deaf ear. But lately I've been faced with truths that I can't reconcile. So me and reality are gonna split up for a while. I think I'm blowing my top, and it's my own damn fault. I've been sold a bill of goods. Now I'm out here in the woods. I think I'm blowing my top, and I'm trying to dodge the shots. All the poison aimed at me comes from my own worst enemy. Well, it's getting hard to recognize the man in the bathroom mirror. I'm screaming at the donut shop, but no one seems to hear. My head is turning inside out in ways nobody knows. So me and reality are gonna come to blows. I think I'm blowing my top, and it's my own damn fault. I've been sold a bill of goods. Now I'm out here in the woods. I think I'm blowing my top, and I'm trying to dodge the shots. All the poison aimed at me comes from my own worst enemy. Blowing my top. There's a line in there that I'll probably change because nobody will remember this, and it just ends up being a really weird line. I'm screaming at the donut shop, but no one seems to hear. There was a brief news story about this sort of Trumper, anti-masker type guy who just who was is a reverend, I believe, or a pastor or something, and just spent his energy as a man of God, screaming at people about having to wear a mask and whatnot. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up with one of my classics. I say that because I joked around on Facebook the other day. I saw an ad for an artist's upcoming live stream show where she said, "I'll be playing my new songs, such and such and such and such, along with my classics from the period of such." And it's like, it was probably written for her because she's a big enough artist to have someone doing that work for her. But still, it seemed really arrogant to me for a songwriter to refer to their own songs as classics. But this is off the first Waco Brothers album, and I know you know it. Well, if you don't change your mind, darling, I'll change it for you. And if you don't really mind, darling, I'll take it from here. There's no use resisting, we're coming your way. We've been confined for an eternity. Gonna roll into this sleepy town. Gonna turn this motel upside down. Yeah, if you don't change your mind, darling, I'll change it for you. And if you don't really mind, darling, I'll take it from here. The old men are smiling across the road. Makes them feel like they're in the know. You complained about this dusty town. Well, you got your law and order now. Yeah, if you don't change your mind, darling, I'll change it for you. it for you. And if you don't really mind, darling, I'll take it from here. Well, if you don't change your mind, darling, I'll change it for you. And if you don't really mind, darling, I'll take it from here. Oh, it's nice to sit back and enjoy the comfort of a song that I've played thousands of times, probably. Hey, thanks for joining me here each week. You know, I hope everybody's doing all right, and it's really exciting to think that we're not too far away from all being able to see each other again. But let's not cause another outbreak. So let's stay. You know, let's stay vigilant to not spreading this thing. We don't need another spike to delay this thing. You know, a few more months. As always, so I will continue until it's no longer necessary to say, stay safe, stay home if you can, stay healthy, and I love you all, and I will see you right back here next week, and till then, peace.